What's your current goddess energy and how is it helping you manifest something new in your life? Stay tuned and we'll find out. So this is a reading for all signs. It is timestamped. The timestamps are in the description of the video and also in the first pinned comment. And this is a timeless tarot reading, which means the energies are applicable for whenever you come across it here on my YouTube channel. Please leave me a comment and let me know how you are using and resonating with the goddess energies in this reading. All right, let's get into it. All right, Aries, let's see what goddess energy is currently guiding you, influencing your life. All right, let's see what we got, Aries. We have the healer. Oh, gorgeous. The number 24. Ariel's getting in her position here. Beautiful energies. The healer, you and possibly someone you care about need to be healed from the effects of past traumas before things can be resolved to your liking. Okay. So let me read it again. You and possibly someone you care about need to be healed from the effects of past traumas before things can be resolved to your liking. Okay. So let's see what we need to know about you healing some sort of past trauma. That is the goddess energy currently guiding you and affecting your life. All right, Aries, let's see what we need to know about that. Past traumas, healing past traumas before a situation can be resolved. We have the healer, the hermit, Virgo energy, and the 3 of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. Okay, very interesting energies here. So depending on what's going on for you, this is going to take maybe 3 weeks to 3 months to fully resolve. Okay. And that's fine. Okay. It may also only take 9 days. It depends on what's going on here. But I feel like there is guidance. There is definitely guidance from the spirit world to help you visualize the healing that needs to happen with this particular situation. You are dealing with something definitely connected with, I mean, yes, it could be in this current lifetime, but it also has roots in past lives with the Hermit card showing up here because this is a very deeply spiritual card. This card has roots in the deep past as well. You know, it goes back centuries. It's like that type of energy. So what's being triggered or what needs to be healed in this current time frame has probably roots that go back into your past lifetimes. Not necessarily even the most recent past life, but even farther back. And if you're dealing with someone else, which you may be, as this card says, you and possibly someone you care about need to be healed from the effects of past traumas. There is some sort of past life connection between the two of you. You could have healed them. They could have healed you from whatever is currently going on. There is what I am feeling. There is the residue of wisdom and experience with this situation. But as we know, when we incarnate, whatever we learn from our past lives, I mean, it's still there. It's embedded in our DNA. It's embedded in our soul code, but we don't always have immediate access to it. Okay. It just, it depends. And by immediate access, I mean, like, sometimes it's something that is a lesson that may need to be repeated again in this lifetime to fully access the wisdom that we had from before. I hope I'm making sense. So what I am feeling is that there is something there that's going to be reawakened in you in terms of how to heal this situation. You're going to draw upon some deep internal knowledge that may have been just dormant currently, right? It's like this situation, whatever this is giving you the opportunity to reconnect with something from your past that you probably have already healed, because we have the healing card that's here. You already have wisdom in dealing with this situation. But as we know, if we believe in past lives and we believe, which, I do, but whatever, and we believe in, soul lessons coming back around again so that we can learn the next level of them. It's like, that's what's happening here. You're graduating to the next level of healing something from the past, but it does have the seeds, this residue from before. Now, the Three of Wands here I think is great because this is a card of positive expectation. This is about seeing what you want to have manifest on the horizon and the ship coming toward you of positive manifestation. So you're almost there. You have made progress on this, whether you feel you have or not. Progress has been made. You just got to get over that last hump is what I feel to heal this situation. Now, the Knight of Swords here is very interesting because that suggests to me there's going to be some sort of quick epiphany that comes in that can help you heal this situation and turn it around like very fast on a dime, like the solution coming like this eureka moment. Okay, this is what needs to happen. Now, the Knight of Swords is sometimes a warrior energy, a fighter energy. There's sometimes conflict associated with the Knight of Swords. So there could be some sort of very spirited discussion, maybe even a little bit of an argument, a little bit of a, something that goes on, but that's going to open the doorway to an important conversation, to the epiphany, to the healing on the horizon. So if things get a little heated, if a conversation gets a little heated, don't necessarily run away from that or think that that's bad. Sometimes we do have to put, sometimes to cure a wound, we need to take action that hurts at first in order to cure something, like when you put antiseptic on, a wound. That's the feeling I'm getting from this. The antiseptic is some sort of very perhaps intense conversation that may happen, but it's going to open the door and change the situation for the better and bring in the vision, the manifestation, and the healing. So don't be afraid to have that conversation. All right, Taurus, let's see what the goddess energy is for you that you're currently working with and that wants to help you manifest something in your life. Let's find out. Taurus. All right, what do we have here? We have the Survivor. Okay, wow. Things might not work out as planned, at least in the short term. Remember all you have endured and how resilient you have proven to be. This is interesting. As we know, the date I am filming this, Uranus is in your sign. Now, this is a timeless reading, but when I am filming this, Uranus has just gone retrograde in Taurus. And so when Uranus goes retrograde, and Uranus will still be in Taurus for the next couple of years, so this energy for this reading is still applicable, but Uranus is retrograde now. And Uranus, when it goes retrograde, can often bring a surprising reversal of a situation. So something you thought was going to happen maybe doesn't happen, or something like that. And then when Uranus goes direct again, the situation turns on its head again. So this is interesting. I think this energy is really speaking toward the fact that, we're about halfway through the Uranus transit through your sign, and you are surviving it. Okay. And as somebody who had Uranus through their sign for 7 years already, like in Aries, I get it. It's quite a transit. It really can change your whole life, especially in the house, wherever Uranus is transiting for you. So things might not work out as planned, at least in the short term. Okay, but that doesn't mean that it's not ever going to work out for you. And as we know, Uranus can change things like that, just like, lightning bolt coming down from the sky. Things can change on a dime for the better. Okay, so remember all you have endured and how resilient you are. So you're very resilient, Taurus. Let's see what we need to know about that and what may not be working out in the short term and what you need to know about it working out in the longer term. All right, let's see. So channel the energy of the Survivor goddess. Let's see. See what we need to know. Taurus. Yeah, we have a Nine of Swords. We have the Chariot. Okay, perfect. And we have a Queen of Wands showing up. Okay, so you are going to move past the Chariot and move past in victory and excitement, past whatever this Nine of Swords situation is. Now, we're talking about the short term here in this card. So the short term could be 9 days. It's probably more like 9 weeks, honestly. So there could be just a period, especially if we're talking about a Uranus retrograde period, which is longer than 9 weeks, but in any case. you are worried about this things not working out in the short term. Okay. But delay is sometimes designed by fate. I know it can be very difficult to trust when something is going sideways and it's not panning out. And we get frustrated and we get sad and we get depressed and we get worried. I get that. Trust me, I get that. We've all been through that. But look at these glorious cards that come after this. Not only are you going to survive whatever this delay is that's worrying you, but you're going to triumph in spectacular fashion with the Chariot. I mean, this is great. And what I love about the Chariot showing up here is that whatever changes eventually about this situation is going to involve a choice, but you're in charge of making that decision, not the universe. I think the universe is going to show up and present you with two options. And that could be why there is a delay right now, of things not working out in the short term, because the universe could be rearranging things behind the scenes to give you another option or give you two new options of whatever it is that you are wanting to have happen in your life. So I think it's important to remember that. And with the Chariot, I love the Chariot because you're in the driver's seat. You're going to be in the driver's seat of changing the direction of your life. You've just got to be, I know it's hard, got to be patient. You got to be, endure and know that you got this. I mean, you are one of the most resilient signs there is, Taurus. So, and you're going to get through this. So, and you're going to get through it in style. Queen of Wands. Now, this turnaround, this victorious turnaround could come in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius season with this queen showing up here. But again, the Queen of Wands is very much an energy of being in charge, of taking charge, of feeling passionate, feeling fired up, feeling excited. She's the opposite of this Nine of Swords over here. So when this new pathway or choice opens up for you, it's really going to fire you up. It's going to make you excited. It's going to heal also whatever this depression or anxiety was, because she is full of life, full of vim and vigor, and, is not sitting in her bed wallowing over here. Okay. So you're going to be lit up from within. You're going to be taking charge. You're going to have options. All right. The option that currently probably is there for you is not right for you. And that's why there is a delay. That is why things are not working out in the short term. So just bide your time. The road will open up in front of you and you will be on your way. You will be in very stylish and victorious fashion. All right, Gemini, let's see what goddess energy is currently influencing your life and how you can use those energies. Gemini, let's see what we have. Gemini goddess. Oh, we have the Sage. Beautiful. Look at your situation with the mature, experienced viewpoint of a wise person. Examine assumptions about the aging process. Interesting. And mastery. Okay. So look at your situation with the mature, experienced viewpoint of a wise person. So you're going through something right now that is helping you level up your wisdom. Okay. That is deepening your experience, deepening your life's knowledge, and is giving you very valid insight and valuable insight into the workings of yourself and the workings of the world. So, all right. So let's see what we need to know about that. The Sage. The Sage. And, this level of maturity as well. Gemini is a very youthful sign, and that's one of your strengths. That's not a criticism. That's a wonderful thing to have. But you may find that, there's a rite of passage you're going through right now. Something in your life you're having to deal with in perhaps a more mature way than you have dealt with previously, right? There could be something that's like making you really like my Gemini sister likes to say, she's like, oh, I had to adult today, right? So it's like something like that. You're some area of your life, some situation, you're having to adult. I love when my sister says that. Okay, let's see what we need to know about that for you. Six of Wands, beautiful. And the Five of Wands. And the Empress. Okay. So what I feel is going on here, what beautiful lesson or the mature experience viewpoint of a wise person that you're getting is you're learning mastery over your some aspect of your creativity. There could be something to do with motherhood as well with the Empress. There could be something to do with mastery over your money. But I feel like it's mastery over your creative energy, your creative life force energy, the Empress. And whether you're applying that to your money life, your financial life, to your creativity life, to your, role as a nurturer, whatever it might be, your life force energy. All right. The Five of Wands here is interesting because that is an energy of, I like to call it internal struggle. You also could be dealing with other people in your world, especially since next to the Empress, there could be this could be your family members, that there's energy either internally and or externally that is very chaotic. It could be both as well. And what this is saying to me is that instead of turning your back on that and running away from that energy that's around you, you're instead going to face it and conquer by facing it and learn the lesson that that chaotic energy has to teach you. Now, that lesson is going to be different for different people depending on, your personal situation, but maybe it is that you need to draw proper boundaries. Maybe you need to leave these people to their own devices, that they have nothing to do, with what you're trying to do. If this is an internal struggle, maybe you need to focus on what is truly important to you and what's going to help you rise above, because this is a victory card, rise above the daily mundane, petty, everybody wanting a piece of you and, all the chaos. Rise above that and focus your energy on the one true thing. Because let's not forget the Empress energy she's pregnant, and you can only be pregnant one time at a time. I mean, she might have twins, sure, or triplets or whatever, but she can't get pregnant again. I mean, I guess there's probably out there some sort of medical anomaly where that has happened, but whatever. We're not discussing that. But once you're pregnant, you're pregnant. So the one true thing, she's focusing on that baby she's growing, that project she's growing, that goal that she is attending to, right? So the focus. So there's something here about really learning the wisdom of focus. And, and it's your strength that you are multi-talented, that you can multitask, that you have your fingers in many pies. I mean, that is a strength. You are always interested in all information and different things going on. That's great. But sometimes when we really want to get things done, there is an energy of concentrated focus that needs to happen. And, just because you're a Gemini doesn't mean you can't do that. You absolutely can do that, as we know. So what this energy is saying is it's time, as you're watching this, to really look at where you need to stop spinning your wheels, Five of Wands, and focus on the one true thing for yourself. That's important to you, that you want to nurture and grow. And never mind everybody else's demands. Put those into perspective for you. Learn how to manage that wisely. And I feel if you can do that, if you can face that and not just ignore it or run away from it, you can emerge victorious in 6 weeks to 6 months with whatever this particular thing is that you want to achieve, whatever the one true thing is for you. All right. So this is a rite of passage for you. I feel like it says, look at your situation with the mature experience viewpoint of a wise person. You're very good at giving advice, Gemini. What would you tell somebody who's in your situation right now, who feels like they're being pulled in so many different directions, or, they're confused about what they really want to do? I mean, sometimes I think when we're confused about what we really want to do, it's because we're not giving ourselves permission in some way to go after a big dream. And the Empress is showing up here. It's a major arcana that's showing up here. So there is something there is a big dream, a big one true thing that you want to nurture, give yourself permission to do that and go for it and face it and deal with whatever this is and get yourself focused. All right. That is a rite of passage. That's a level of wisdom. You go through this and you triumph over this 5 of Wands. That lesson of being able to really focus on the big dream that you have and pursue it and invest in it, that life lesson is going to stay with you for a long time. All right, Cancer, let's see what goddess energy is currently influencing your life and how you can best take advantage of those energies. Cancer, what do we need to know? Cancer, goddess energy. What do we have here? We have the Protector. Oh, very beautiful card. Surround yourself with people who lift you, accept you as you are, believe in your vision and purpose, and bring out the best in you. Okay. You do that for other people. You are a natural at doing that for other people, but do other people do that for you? Okay. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, accept you as you are, believe in your vision and purpose, and bring out the best in you. All right. Let's see what we need to know about that energy for you, Cancer. Okay. So protecting yourself from people who are energy vampires, I feel also. That you may be doing that for them, but do they appreciate it or they just keep sucking on your energy more? You need somebody like that in your life who's going to do that for you. Like I said, you do that for so many other people. All right, let's see what we have. Temperance, beautiful. And the Knight of Cups, I love it. And the Tower. Okay. So what we have going on here is you getting back the balance in your life. Temperance is a card about not modesty necessarily, but moderation. That's the word I want. Moderation. It is about transformation. It's about angelic protection. It is about changing from one status to another. You have been the agent of change for other people in other people's lives. You have been an angelic protector for people. I know you know that already. Spiritually, especially, like you're in the right place at the right time to lend a helping hand, lend a listening ear, that type of thing. That beautiful energy that you have put out there in the world is going to come back to you, Knight of Cups. Somebody is coming into your world who is going to offer their cup to you in the way, that's what I like to say about the Knight of Cups, that in the way that you have offered your cup to the world. This is likely to be a very sudden connection that comes in. The Tower is not always bad. Let's just remind ourselves of that. Tower can just be something that happens very suddenly, unexpectedly, and you can't go looking for it. But there is going to be some sort of electrical, alchemical connection. It's probably going to start out, I would say, in some sort of intellectual capacity, perhaps, because of, the kind of the mind-blowing epiphany that happens with the Tower card. Or it could just be this kind of instant emotional realization of, wow, because we have 2 major arcanas here. Wow, this person really gets me. This person is going to play an important role in my life. I may not really know exactly how yet, but they are going to be significant to me. And as it says in this card here, lift you, accept you as you are, believe in your vision and purpose, and bring out the best in you. They are going to be an agent of change in your life. They're going to help you, I think, achieve some sort of important purpose and goal in your life. It could be something to do with something to do with technology. I mean, that's possible with the Tower showing up. It could be something to do with teaching. It could be something to do with travel. It could be something to do with an international business. Really connect. Like there could be something here like connecting more worldwide with people. There could be something like that going on. They could also just be this agent of change to help you solve a problem that has seemed intractable, that has seemed unsolvable. they come in like this breath of fresh air and all of a sudden like give you this piece of information that you can take to totally transform your world, just like that. Transform and fix a problem. So, I mean, that's another possibility. Now, this person may not necessarily stay a long time in your life. I'm just going to say that. And the reason I'm saying that, I mean, they could, it's a general reading, but I'm feeling, because this energy is rather transient and this is sudden, this person could come in really just for a specific reason. Maybe they give you a compliment, an encouraging word that, again, helps get you out of a rut and helps you heal something in your life. Sometimes it's really interesting. Like, not that people close to us can't affect us and give us positive energy. Of course they can. But sometimes something that comes out of the blue from the mouth of an objective stranger or relative stranger can help us shift something in us or heal something within us more quickly than our best friend telling us something. I mean, that's sometimes just the way it is. So this could also be like the type of thing, like a healer could come into your life. It could be a reader, it could be a spiritual healer, it could be, something along those lines. And they download a piece of information to you that just blows your mind and helps you instantly understand and heal something in your life. And it could be, again, with the protector here, it could act to help protect you from something that maybe you were going to get involved in that would not be good for you. I mean, that's possible also. But this person may not necessarily be a long time in your life. They could just be coming in, as I said, for that particular reason, to deliver a particular piece of information that is supposed to instantaneously transform something for you. Okay, so that's a possibility. But this is very favorable. What I am feeling is that there really could be an instantaneous divine healing of emotional energy in your life. A real emotional healing that comes out of the blue, delivered by somebody who really is a caring soul. And let's also just say, I'm just going to say it, there could be some sort of angel visitation. It depends on what you believe, okay? But there could be, I do believe that sincere prayers are answered. And there could be something here where a sincere prayer gets answered through some sort of angelic intervention that, again, maybe you were not totally expecting, but that helps to heal and change something important in your life. So very interesting energies here. Keep doing what you're doing with your beautiful protective energy, and you will see that will come back to you when you need it most also. But watch out for those energy vampires as well. You know what I'm talking about, Cancer. I think this is an important message to protect people. Yes, that is one of your strengths, but protect those who truly value and deserve your beautiful energy. All right, Leo, let's see what is the goddess energy currently influencing your life and how you can best use the goddess energy. All right, let's see. Leos. Oh, we have the siren. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Allowing yourself to be distracted from what you should be doing leads to procrastination, avoidance, and needless problems. Okay. So the siren, if we remember the tale of Odysseus, the sirens were the beautiful maidens on the rocks that were trying to lure the sailors to come and stay with them, and then would basically drive them to their death. That's the way the story went. So what Odysseus advised his sailors was to put wax in their ears so they could not hear the siren song, and they would be safe and their ship would pass by and they would not fall prey to something that would not be good for them. Okay, so that is the myth that we're talking about here. And as it says here, allowing yourself to be distracted from what you should be doing. That distraction leads to procrastination, avoidance, and needless problems. Okay, so figuratively speaking, you need to put wax in your ears, you need to put your blinders on, and you need to sail your ship carefully forward and pay attention to where you're going. and the destination you are headed for, right? Of what you want to achieve, your goal, and not allow yourself to be distracted. I mean, if you're in this situation, in this boat, like, you cannot procrastinate. But you just got to keep moving forward, even if it's just one little wave at a time. Okay, so let's see what we need to know about this for you, Leo. Don't fall prey to distraction or procrastination. All right, let's see. We have a Queen of Cups, and we have the Lovers, and we have Judgment. Wow, look at these major arcanas here. Okay. So your emotions may be a little out of control right now. All right. Your emotions may be running very deep. You may be getting carried away emotionally with some sort of situation, perhaps related to a relationship, but also the Lovers can be some sort of choice that has to be made. This, that, the other thing. And we have a Judgment call card here, right? The judgment of making a decision about which way are you going to go. So if you're involved in some sort of personal relationship right now, that could be the thing that's distracting you away from what you know you should be doing right now. Now, that's not to say relationships are bad or we shouldn't have them or anything like that. No, that's not what I'm saying. But we know sometimes when we're in the throes of some sort of intense relationship, it does take a lot of energy. It can seem like that's the most important thing at the time, and oftentimes it is. Okay, let's just be honest, right? But what this is saying to me is that everything in balance, everything in its place. It doesn't have to be either or. You can find the middle way here. You can still enjoy the relationship, the partnership, the friendship, whatever it is, but there needs to be some sort of equilibrium. And there's probably some sort of important conversation you're going to need to have with maybe somebody significant in your life, the Lover's card, to get that balance right. You may have to put in a boundary of, I need this time for myself to do X, Y, Z. It's not that I don't care about you. So there could be some emotional neediness with the Queen of Cups and this Lover's card, emotional neediness that is going on, that is acting as a distraction away from what needs to get done. And the judgment call has to be made, and you got to make it to be like, this is how this has to go right now. It is possible. It's not that the Queen of Cups is necessarily guilt trippy. I would say that's more Queen of Swords, but it could be more like, I'm just feeling this neediness. And it could also be your own neediness, your own emotional neediness, for reinforcement, for love, for reassurance, for whatever, that's also distracting you away from what you need to be doing. Maybe whatever you're doing, you feel like you need approval, or you need somebody's, compliments or whatever before you can go forward and do it. That's possible also. Somebody's got to take control of this situation. It's got to be you, right? With the judgment here. So that's what I'm feeling. Put everything into perspective. If you're involved in a relationship and you feel you are getting distracted by it, the fact that the Lovers is coming up here is, I think, significant, because this is a soulmate relationship. This is a significant relationship. This person, I don't think, is going to react negatively or badly if you just have a conversation and make an announcement, I need this boundary, or I need your support with X, Y, and Z to help me stay on the path I need to stay on. So I think you can have an important conversation about boundaries, and make this thing work for yourself. But I would also say that there could be, depending on your personal situation, a very important decision that's looming for you in your life within 20 days, 20 weeks. A very important decision is coming up for you, or the 20th of the next month from when you're watching this. And you may be trying to avoid making that decision by throwing yourself into passion distractions, whether that's sexual relationships or fun things that you like to do or whatever. You may be emotionally kind of running away from having to face something and make a decision. So that's another thing to look at here with this energy. That decision is going to be there. It's not going away. The Judgment is major arcana coming up here. So you're not going to be able to distract yourself away from it. I mean, you can for a little while. We've all done that. But it's looming. It's coming. And it will announce itself very clearly in your life that you've got to get off the fence, stop procrastinating, focus, and make this decision. So the ball is in your court, Leo. All right, Virgo, let's see what is your goddess energy and how you can make best use of that energy in your life right now. Let's find out. Virgo, oh, we have the fortune teller. Isn't that interesting? Being open to possibilities, or wild possibilities as I like to call them, and trusting your intuition to interpret the answers from the Wild Goddess Oracle, which is the deck I am using, link in the description, can help you to help others. Okay, so basically what's going on here is being open to possibilities and trusting your intuition to help yourself right now and help other people. Okay, open to possibilities and trusting your intuition. All right, what do we need to know about that right now? So your intuition is operating at optimum capacity currently, and it's giving you downloads. It's giving you intel. Are you open to listening to it, or are you poo-pooing it and not listening? Okay, let's find out. What do we need to know, Virgo? The Four of Swords, the World, and Strength. Wow, two major arcanas. Okay, so very interesting. This is Leo energy, the Strength card. Leo is also in the World card. Leo is your 12th house of the subconscious and of dreams. We have a card of sleep here, the Four of Swords, sleep and dreams. So what I am feeling is that probably there is going to be coming some sort of very important intuitive download, intuitive message through the dream landscape over the next, I would say 21 days, the next 3 weeks, with the World card here right in the middle. And it is going to give you very important information about how you, or somebody close to you, as the card says, about how you can be very successful in the near future in something that you want to achieve. Okay, and or something you want to wrap up to a successful completion as well. So this could be something that the World is a very interesting card because it is the alpha and the omega. It is the beginning and the ending, right? We're coming full circle in the World card. So depending on what's going on in your life, you could be wanting an answer of how you can begin something new that will be successful, or how to wrap up something in a successful fashion. We have the Leo energy here with the Strength card. So this is speaking to the heart. This is speaking to something about passion, about the physical body, about lust, about physical intimacy and connection as well. There could be a very interesting, this happens, you could have some sort of revelation in dream of where in the World card, you are going to encounter the next important person to your heart, right, in your life. So you could get a name, you could get a place, you could get in dreams. If you are, I mean, it doesn't have to be a lover. It could be, but it could also be the next significant person in your life that's going to help you achieve something. So you could also get a download. You could get a place where you might meet them. You could get the actual, what the person might look like. And sometimes that person would come in the disguise or the guise of a celebrity or somebody else you already know, something like that. But it could just be a representation of what that person the new person might look like when they finally do enter your life. So But you also could dream your next intimate connection as well, or have a very strong dream premonition of somebody who's going to be very, very important to your life, like in the inner circle, intimacy. That's what we're talking about here with this Leo energy. So this is very, very interesting. I feel it's primarily going to come through the dream landscape because of the Four of Swords. Now, if you're somebody who meditates, it could be coming through some sort of meditative activity. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be sitting on a, Zen cushion to be meditating. I mean, you could be at a walk in the woods or going swimming or whatever. I mean, however you get to that sort of calm mental state, that could also be bringing you the psychic information, the psychic download, the intuitive hit of what this is all about. The Strength card is also interesting here because I'm feeling like if it's sitting right in your heart, if it's feeling right in your heart, sitting right in your heart, it is the right thing. Sometimes, this is about taming the wild beast. So I want you to think about that, Virgo. This is not about taming the wild beast of your intuition and like second guessing it and over analyzing it. And I'm just saying that, not to be mean to Virgo. I love Virgos. But that is one of the things that is a hallmark of your sign. You are an analyzer. That's what you do, right? And that's fine. And it has its place. We need that. You need that in your life. It's part of your character, your makeup. That's fine. But in this instance, right, we're talking about intuition. We're talking about this beautiful energy here. She is not second guessing this butterfly of intuitive download that's landing on her head. She's not analyzing it. She is just simply accepting the information as it comes in. She's not trying to tame it and make it fit in a box or make it, less wild. I mean, let's face it, right? It's like possibilities and intuitive hits, when they come in, they can be wild. They can be a little crazy, but I feel like that is part of their strength as well, because we need that hope. We need that optimism. We need that intuitive sense of, as I like to say, wild possibilities, because that's what gives us the courage to go out and pursue them, because we feel them in our body. We feel that sense of, yes, this is possible. So I feel like this intuitive hit could give you the sense of encouragement to really go out in the world and make this situation either wrap up successfully or start successfully. The 4 seasons that are depicted in this card could be important to you, and or the signs, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. But this really is about metamorphosis as well with this butterfly here, and allowing your heart to be transformed by whatever this intuitive hit is. And sometimes we get an intuitive hit, like I said, this wild possibility, this sense of what could happen, to get us out of a rut, 4 of Swords, to get us energized to go for it. And I think that's another thing that's going on here as well. All right, Libras, let's see what goddess energy is currently influencing your life and how you can best use those energies. Libras, what do we have here? All right, we have 1. We have the Inventor. Oh, that's a cool card. This is a good time to amplify your focus and to clear and purify space in your world and in your mind to make way for something new. Isn't that interesting? Okay. Amplify your focus, clear and purify space in your world. Clear the decks, in other words, so that you have room to reinvent yourself, to have something new come into your life. A ship is on the horizon. Something new is on its way to you. It's time to make space for it. All right, so let's see what we need to know about that for you, Libras. Libras. What do we need to know? We have the Hierophant, and we have the 2 of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Wands. Okay. So some exciting new commitment is absolutely on the horizon for you. In fact, there may be 2. There might be 2 new commitments, 2 new projects, but also doesn't have to be. It could just be one big one with the Hierophant showing up here. This is what I am feeling. I am feeling something is likely, a big ship is likely to come in, but you're still trying to hold on to the little ship. Work with my metaphor. You're still trying to hold on to the little ship as like, well, that's better than nothing, or you don't really trust that the big ship is going to come in, or you're not certain about the big ship, or am I really deserving of the big ship? You know, that type of thing I think is going on here. But a bigger and better and bolder commitment, something much better for you is coming in with this Hierophant showing up here. Now, what's interesting is that this is Taurus energy. And this is your 8th house of personal transformation, physical, mental, emotional, financial. I mean, it is the house of deep healing, deep transformation, you know, the deep house. It's a deep house. So whatever's coming in, this is going to really radically transform your life for the better. Absolutely. But what I feel is you're kind of stuck. I call this the infinity loop. You're stuck in the infinity loop of, you know, he's got 1 foot off the ground, of being not trusting, I feel, of what is coming in. A little unbalanced. Like, I don't know. Can I break out of this cycle? Is this really going to happen for me? Weighing and balancing, like, well, which is part of your sign. Yes, and that is a strength. But at some point, you have to break out of the cycle and let go. And let go of the less than ship so that this one is going to have space in the harbor to land. All right. This is about making space. So you're caught up in this weighing and balancing and, you know, I don't know, or should I keep this or not keep that? Because remember, the card is about amplifying your focus and clear and purify space in your world. So you're still like weighing and balancing and trying to figure out instead of just getting rid of what you know you need to get rid of. And this is a cycle. This is like this is time to break out of some sort of cycle where you're holding yourself back because you're not trusting the new thing coming in. The new thing coming in is very good with the Hierophant here. It's a big commitment. It is something that's going to teach you an important life lesson also. And it's going to really transform your life. Page of Wands here. The important thing is you take the first steps forward, okay? And that you come up with a strategy and a plan to bust your way out of this vicious cycle that throws you off balance as well. So, and the way that you're going to move forward with this is not by thinking about it or standing there just going, I don't know, but by actually taking action, the Page of Wands, taking those steps forward. Fire sign seasons are going to be important for you to do this. So Aries season, Leo season, Sagittarius season. It could also be, I really am feeling like this is something that you could instantaneously shift the energy in your life, like within 2 days, by simply asserting yourself and asserting your energy and taking those first steps forward. You could really break out of this immensely, rapidly is, I guess, the word I want here. You've gotten caught up in this cycle of inaction and perhaps imbalance and settling for something that really hasn't been worthy of you. I read Pentacles as self-esteem, hasn't been worthy of you. And also, just really, it's not been worthy of you. I'm just going to say that with the small ship here. Something new coming on the horizon. Something new is also going to energize you. This something new is going to show you something new about yourself in a way that you haven't experienced it before. It's going to deepen your experience of yourself because of this Hierophant. It's going to deepen your understanding of commitments. It's going to teach you a very important life lesson about not settling for status quo and same old, just because it feels comfortable. Okay? Even though it's not worthy of you. So take those first few steps forward. You're going to see this situation, I think, energetically shift very fast Just keep one foot going in front of another, and you will find and make way for this beautiful new thing that's on its way to you. All right, Scorpio, let's see what goddess energy is currently influencing your life and how you can best use those energies to your advantage. All right, Scorpio, what do we have here? We have the gardener. Weed out negativity and toxic thoughts to clear the way for the new growth that is sure to come if you add habits that heal to your life. Okay. We know what we focus on expands. So if you're focusing on negativity and toxic thoughts, you're just going to grow more of that, right? So clear out the negativity, toxic thoughts, and seed your soil for positive new growth. All right, let's see what we need to know about that for you, Scorpio. And with, currently the South Node is transiting through Scorpio. So this is a great time to let things go that no longer serve you, because when we hang on to things too long that don't serve us any longer, that is oftentimes when negativity and toxicity rears its ugly head. All right, let's see what we need to know. We have the Chariot and the Page of Cups and the Three of Swords. Okay. So what this is suggesting to me is the best way to do this is in true Scorpio fashion, which is to pull the Band-Aid off quick and move out, move along, and don't look back. Okay, so you could be dealing with some sort of blockage to a goal. There could be somebody in your life who I feel comes in and out here with this Page of Cups and this Three of Swords. They may come in, they may come out. They may be really sweet and nice one day, and the next day they're slinging insults. Because the Page of Cups is an energy, since it's represented by the fish, and the Pisces fish has two fish in it. If you've ever looked at the zodiac symbol, it's one that swims this way and one that swims that way. And Pisces is a mutable sign, so it is changeable. So it's a similar vibe to Gemini. Gemini has like the good twin and the evil twin, so to speak. Okay. Again, we're not casting aspersions at Gemini or anything, or at Pisces, but these are just the nature of the signs. And it's always about how we use energy. So what I'm feeling, that's where I'm getting this feeling that one day they're up, one day they're down. This is causing, crazy making energy that is toxic to you. You, as a Scorpio, like to know where you stand with people. And with your very savvy intuition, you usually do know where you stand with people. And there could be a lot of emotional investment that has gone into this particular connection. But I'm feeling like you're getting to the point with this situation where the immaturity, because it's a page here, the immaturity of the response of this wishy-washy or in and out, up and down, you've had it. You've had it with that. That is crazy making. That is toxic. You want to be sure of the people around you. So I think what this is saying to me, the Chariot is about moving fast, moving forward, and being in command and control of a situation. I think you're just going to move on and not look back, honestly, from some sort of situation in your life that has that energy signature. It's not grounded. It is sometimes very hurtful because the person, like I said, it blows hot and cold, or the situation looks promising, but then it backtracks. So it can be, not just a personal situation, but some, personal relationship, but some other type of situation going on in your life. So this thing also, I feel, whatever this is, it's holding you back because you are invested in it and you keep hoping, because you've been investing time in it to grow it, you keep hoping it's going to turn around. But I think the writing is on the wall that it's probably not. And so you would better serve yourself to just move on down the line and put it behind you once and for all and move forward to greener pastures, so to speak. Because the Chariot suggests that a greener pasture does await you down the line within 7 days, 7 weeks, and or 7 months. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what goddess energy is currently influencing your life and how you can use those energies. Sagittarius, we have the mermaid. Beautiful. Look below the surface of your emotional reactions to know what is really going on, for things are not always what they may seem. Okay, so look below the surface of your emotional reactions. What's going on with you, Sag? To know what is really going on. Things are not always what they appear to be. All right, let's clarify that with tarot. Let's see what we need to know about that. So with the mermaid, everything's a metaphor when we look at oracle cards. So there could be a lot of deep emotional stuff. There could be some tears recently that have been shed. But what's really going on? Let's find out. We have a 6 of coins and we have an 8 of wands and the judgment. Okay. So what I feel could be going on here. All right. So look below the surface of your emotional reactions. Things are not always what they seem. So I think the source or the seat of the emotional reactions are these two energies right here, the 6 of coins and this 8 of wands. So life could just be very frenetic right now with this 8 of wands. Things could be coming at you from every which way, every direction. You could have a lot of irons in the fire, so to speak. Life could just be on overdrive right now. And with this 6 of coins here, you could really use help. That's the thing. You could, I'm not necessarily, I mean, depends on your situation. I'm not necessarily feeling you're this figure. I'm feeling you're one of these figures over here because of this 8 of wands. Like, you need help. You need somebody to give you support. You need somebody who is on your team, on your side, because things are getting a bit overwhelming. All right. And you may think that there is nobody around who can help you, but that may be the thing that's the misperception, right? Because that's what this card says. Look below the surface of your emotional reactions. Things are not always what they seem. So you may be feeling isolated. You may be feeling like help is not on its way. But have you asked for it? Have you asked somebody who could actually give you help? Because not everybody can, right? Not everybody is equipped for whatever reason. Not necessarily just financial. Maybe they don't have the time. They don't have the energy, whatever it could be. So what I'm feeling is there could be a situation where you're just like, I can't slow down to even take care of myself either. I can't even slow down to reach out and try to find the help that I need to solve a problem or switch a situation and change it for the better, that type of thing. So, but there is the need to go out and ask for what you need is what I am feeling here, instead of getting caught up in this emotional tidal wave of overwhelm is what I am feeling. So, and we have the judgment card here. So this situation can resolve itself. There is a sense with this card of angelic protection from behind the scenes trying to steer you to what you need, but you got to listen to what your intuition's telling you, what spirit and universe is trying to communicate to you of which way to go to solve this issue, to make a decision and reach out for help. Solve the problem, do this, do that, whatever you need to do. Okay. So, I do feel like probably within about 3 weeks, you can solve whatever this is. But this is really the issue. You got to make the decision that you're not going to stay in this kind of, like I said, emotional overwhelm. And I know that can be challenging when we're dealing with so many things coming at us. But I do feel with this energy, there is somebody around. There is help from some source that's kind of waiting in the wings to come and help you. But they also have to know that you need that help. And the other thing I'm also feeling, depending on your situation, they're not going to solve the total problem. Okay. They're going to help solve part of the problem. The rest of it is going to be on you, because this is something that is a spiritual growth lesson for you to deal with. Okay, with the judgment here. There is something also karmically about whatever it is that you're dealing with this, that you need to learn, that you need to face, that you need to deal with. But that doesn't mean that help and support is not also there for you. But it won't take the burden totally off your shoulders. You're not going to be relieved of responsibility, I guess is the point I'm trying to make. But there is assistance, there's support, there is wind beneath your wings, okay, to help you rise above and solve this issue. But reach out and to the appropriate parties if you can, and it may not even be who you think either. And or ask the universe for help that you will recognize of somebody coming in to give assistance, but know that you also have to do your part. And just try to stay as calm and balanced as you can. I know there's a lot coming at you with this Eight of Wands, but it can get resolved. All right, this is something, like I said, that is an important karmic lesson also that you're dealing with this particular situation. Capricorn, let's see what goddess energy you're currently working with and how you can best use those energies for your advantage. All right, Capricorn, let's see. We have the hopeful. Gorgeous. The power of prayer and meditation can wake you up, renew your faith, help you attune to your needs, and align with your deepest truths. Okay. So this is time to ask, believe, and receive, as the law of attraction says, right? Pray, meditate, renew your faith, and renew your faith in yourself is also what I am feeling. Attuning with your needs, aligning with your deepest truths. Okay, let's see what we need to know about that for you. Capricorn, it's time to be hopeful. It's time to be optimistic. It's time to renew your faith in yourself and what you can do in the world. All right, what do we need to know? Capricorn, 4 of Coins, and the Strength, and the 5 of Cups. Okay. All right. You've been somewhat in a holding pattern with this 4 of Coins showing up here. You've been kind of holding on to a status quo in your life because of a past disappointment, 5 of Cups. So I feel kind of like you're in a stasis moment. However, we've got the card of the heart in the middle of this reading, the Strength card. This is Leo. This is also your 8th house of transformation. Deep personal transformation, healing, physical, mental, emotional, financial changes for the better. This is about intimacy as well with oneself and with other people. So what I feel here is that it is time to be more hopeful about the dreams that you have nurturing in your heart for personal transformation in your world. It's time to really let go of past disappointments and not try to hold on to, the known entity, the known quantity, the known situation, because you're worried about disappointments because you've had them in the past. This is really the time to pray and ask and meditate on your deepest heart's desire that can transform your life from the ground up. Foundationally speaking, 4 of Coins we're looking at here, which is Taurus energy. Now, what's interesting is that Taurus energy is your 5th house of love, romance, creativity, personal risk-taking, entrepreneurship, children, and pleasure. So you may have, with the number 5 here, you may have been disappointed in this 5th house area and may feel like, well, that's never going to change for me. But remember, what we focus on expands. What we keep reaffirming to ourselves is usually what we end up creating in our outside world. So it is really time to let go of whatever these disappointments are, especially in 5th house areas, I feel, as I just detailed, and embrace the fact that you are stronger than you know, and your heart's desires are probably stronger than you're even allowing yourself to believe right now. So that's why I'm saying it's time to have this renewed faith in your heart's desires and in yourself that you can turn around and transform a situation for the better. There is divine assistance for you. Let's not forget that the Strength card is a very, very spiritual card with her little halo, her infinity halo on her head here. So you are tuning into and tapping into divine spiritual intelligence right now. You are like really tuned in as you meditate and ask and pray and, whatever you do to channel the forces and spirits of the universe, you are so tuned in. And if you are brave, the Strength card, if you have a brave heart and you really believe in the strength of your prayers and your dreams, you can make this happen. It is absolutely time to get rid of this holding on to the status quo and holding on to past disappointments. No more of that. And maybe that's what is advisable to pray over, that you have the strength and the fortitude to let go of your past and finally purge it, clean it out, and transform so that a beautiful, strong, heart-centered new dream can manifest for you. It's time for that, Capricorn. All right, Aquarius, let's see what goddess energy you're currently manifesting and how you can best use those energies to your advantage. Aquarius, we have the Seeker. The meaning of life is to seek ways to give your life meaning, doing so with gratitude, patience, and compassion for both others and yourself. Okay. So you are seeking the meaning of life right now. You're seeking the meaning of your life. And it seems like you're going to be on the precipice of some sort of major decision, change of direction, finding something new to really sink your teeth into, so to speak. You may need a little gratitude and patience along the way and compassion for yourself. This may take a little time to evolve, but this is about some sort of beautiful transformation in finding a new way forward, a new path for yourself, a new situation that's going to give your life even more meaning. All right, so let's see what we need to know about that for you, Aquarius. Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, gorgeous, and the Moon. Okay. So it could take you about 6 months, all right, on this seeker's path, because you're going to go through some emotional cycles, all right, with this pursuit of finding this thing. You are going to find it. You are going to manifest it. You're going to manifest some sort of victorious new destination for yourself, one in which you're going to be of higher visibility, perhaps to other people. This could be like a leadership position. This could be success in literary endeavors. This could be, some sort of situation where you're in charge, or you're going to feel like you're in greater charge of your destiny in your life than you have ever felt before. But this is really a leadership card as well. So other people looking to you for leadership and guidance in whatever way that would be in your world. And really victory and success. And it could be also victory and success in manifesting some sort of new career, since the Queen of Pentacles is showing up, or some sort of new sense of independence and self-esteem, because I read Pentacles as self-esteem. But really, the Queen of Pentacles is manifesting whatever is your heart's desire. I mean, that pentacle lands in her lap, and it lands in her lap because her focus is so intent. So it may take you, because the Seeker is here, it may take you a little bit, some cycles, right, about maybe 6 months, to find what you want to focus in on. And that's okay. Have compassion and patience for yourself with that. You may need to go through a couple of emotional seasons. Things may still need to kind of work themselves out, come out of the shadows. You're also going to be coming out of the shadows here as well, Aquarius, with whatever you end up seeking and pursuing, whatever this new path is. But there may be a little emotional stuff you got to work through first, howl at the moon a little bit, just go through some emotional purging. And that's all part of the Seeker's path, and that's fine. Like, it's really okay. But I also feel like you're going to be leaving behind a cycle as well once you find this new path and focus that you want to pursue. So like I said, that's why, thank you, Ariel. That's Ariel just gave me a kiss on my hand. So she's affirming that energy. That's why it's kind of going to be like you're coming out of the shadows here. Notice the back is turned to this moon energy. And you're going to have that greater sense of pride and standing tall or riding high as you move out of this doubt or indecision, or just, like I said, an emotionally rough cycle. So give yourself the grace of time with this, and you will find what you're looking for, Aquarius. All right, Pisces, let's see what goddess energy is currently influencing your life and how you can best use these energies to your advantage. Pisces, let's see what we need to know. For you, we have the game changer. How confident you feel about magic and change, especially your ability to magically change yourself and your situation, is crucial. Okay. How confident you feel about magic and change, especially your ability to magically change yourself and your situation, is crucial at this time. You got to believe that you can make magical stuff happen. If anybody can make magical stuff happen, it's a Pisces. All right. So something is the game changer. Something big is about to change in your life, but it's down to you. It's down to your personal magic. And of course, your belief in yourself. All right. So let's see what we need to know about that for you. Pisces, the game changer. The game is about to change in a big way, and you're going to make it happen. Let's find out. The Three of Cups, there's your energy, and the Hermit, and the Death card. Wow. Okay. So what's about to change, wow, is in whatever way you have felt alone and joyless. In whatever area of your life you have felt that way, that is about to change to one of joy and celebration, the Three of Cups. Now, the Virgo energy showing up here, the Hermit, that is your 7th house of relationships. So especially if you have felt like you have been alone and you really want to change that, right? The game changer. This is a time to believe in yourself, believe in your Piscean magic, the magic you create. You know, there is nothing like the magic that a Pisces creates when they are in love. Whether you have your moon in Pisces, your sun, your Venus, all right, that, or even your Jupiter, I would say. Maybe your Mercury, but, you know, Pisces, Pisces, especially Venus in Pisces, it really is that energy of unconditional love, and unconditional love makes miracles happen. So, your special brand of magic and love, the type of love and joy that you bring to other people, that is going to change the game of your life. So especially if we're talking here about wanting to change something with your relationship and not be alone anymore. We got the Death card here. So there could be a very permanent change from, like I said, one of being alone to one of being connected with other people in joyful pursuits. Maybe this is not about romance for you, but really wanting to be in a creative group, doing fun things with other people. And again, not being so alone on your own anymore. So this is about reaching out, feeling the magic, feeling the vibe, and sharing your talents with other people. That's going to draw people to you like a magnet. All right. So how confident you feel about magic and change. Your ability to magically change yourself. You got to come out of your shell a little bit here also, Pisces, with the Hermit. Maybe you've been spending too much time on your own and alone, and there's nothing wrong with that. Of course not. But what I'm feeling here is there's a real craving for this Three of Cups experience, for the magic that happens alchemically when our energy mixes with other people and we bounce ideas off of one another, when we dance, when we create, music together, art together, that type of thing, when we enjoy and have a meal together and celebrate, all of those things. This is time for you to go out to party, responsibly, of course, party, connect, create, and that's going to change your life. That is going to be the game changer. That's going to bring more confidence to your life and also could really bring significant new people into your sphere that also could magically change your life, as you, of course, have magically changed the life of other people. So thank you so much for joining me for your goddess energy reading. I hope that it was inspiring and helpful. Please leave me a comment and let me know what's going on with you with these energies. Ariel and I would love to know. All right. Love you guys. Take care. I'll see you again soon. Stella Wilde signing out.